Hey kids, welcome back to Honestville. I've got an exciting episode planned for you guys today. Want to get some sort of minor homework tasks out of the way first. Housekeeping, I mean. So, you guys, I've gotten lots of great comments and suggestions about this series. Lots of comments about like the spam mods. And I'm just gonna say, for the time being, I'm putting the agriculture thing to bed. I'm absolutely reading your comments. Those of you talking about the spam mod and the pros and cons and things like that. I almost definitely am going to install it for this region. Part of it is I want to dezone the agriculture here at some point. Before I start playing around with that, and we're probably going to do agriculture kind of in the outlying areas. So I don't want to muck around with installing the spam mod right now. Some of you have also mentioned the IRM Industrial Revolution mod. I downloaded a bunch of sort of decoration props from the IRM mod, which I can't remember. I didn't note the username, but someone recommended. I think it was Rafael Zarate recommended the kind of prop packs and stuff from that. So we will be doing a little bit of that. But I don't think I'm going to download the IRM mod for now. Probably not, actually, for Honestville, simply because I've already started building industry, and as I understand it, I think you need to kind of dezone your existing industry, and I think we're a little bit too far along to do that at this point, but it does look like a cool mod, and I will say that I am very interested in playing around with the IRM mod, and will likely download it for future work on this channel, if not for Honestville. But yeah, I am reading all of your comments and suggestions with regards to kind of the demographic mods I have in place and stuff like that. I will say that the main goals of this series are to experiment with the network add-on mod. Let's just load up while I'm talking here. With the network add-on mods 37, and also to try and get that demographic realism I'm talking about with the residential halver mod in particular. So you know, to a certain degree, I want to limit the variables in this experiment so that I can really see how these mods play, and if we end up with some really serious kind of citywide issues, I will play around with the mod setup and try and correct them. So with that out of the way, I'm going to do a little bit of naming. You guys have been just amazing with submitting naming ideas for neighborhoods and cities and stuff like that. I've got quite a long list. I'm going to try and work through a few of them now, and you know, I am keeping a note of them. So you know, I'll try and get most, if not all, of your name suggestions in at some point. But yeah, no, it's been the comment section has been on fire with that stuff. First of all, I don't know if you guys remember, I mentioned this last episode, but Matthew Bennett had suggested naming streets after important philosophers. I have created for all of the north-south streets, every single one. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, and you would be right. But for all the north-south streets, I have, in chronological order, I went down a kind of Wikipedia wormhole, and in chronological order, I have named the north-south streets in Honestville Central after major philosophers. So the central, working outward from Immanuel Kant, going backwards in time to the west and forwards in time to the east. Kind of like a numbered street system. You know, I like to think when people are navigating the city, they can say, you know, oh, is it on Wittgenstein Street or Schiller Street? Ooh, Schiller comes after Wittgenstein. It must be on Schiller Street. So yeah, so far I've done from Immanuel Kant to what is it? Pascal in the west, and in the east it goes all the way to Kierkegaard. So, and these diagonal ones, I've also kind of followed the diagonal ones, so Kierkegaard kind of traverses the town. But yeah, I picked a bunch of ones, mostly Western philosophers, which you know was not ideal. But the reality is that a lot of the Eastern philosophers, I'm not able to pronounce their names. So I didn't want to kind of have all these names that I couldn't pronounce in the city. But you know, I picked a lot of my favorites. I also picked some that I didn't really know a lot about, but that had really cool sounding names. So yeah, there's Schopenhauer, Hegel, Saint-Simon. You know, What do we got here? Wollstonecraft, Mendelssohn, Jefferson, Diderot. I took a lot of philosophy classes, and I took philosophy classes actually in English and in French, so I know a lot of French philosophy, and I know kind of the continental, you know, pantheon of philosophers. But there's some English ones in here too, and some I've got on my list some more recent ones as well. That will be probably when we get to the Northeast Ward. I'll continue on with some of the more contemporary ones. But it's fun. It's fun. It was a great idea. Really love that suggestion. I think I'll do a numbered street system on the east-west cross streets, and that will mean that like basically every street in the city will have a name, and it's great to have like a street naming system like that, because you know we can name our transit stops from like the corners, you know, so we can have, I don't know, First Street and Emmanuel Kant or something. I think it's a cool system. And yeah, I will definitely implement the east-west aspect of it soon-ish. Right, so let's get some names out of the way here. So Guy Carino requested that he have a neighborhood named after him, and that is going to go. I'm going to put a neighborhood here. We've got Pioneer Head there, but and we've got Zany's Beach here, but this neighborhood can definitely have a name of its own. So this is going to be Carino. Okay, I just got to cross things off my list as I do this, otherwise we'll never get to the end of this. Right, Helena Sissons recommended Foreshore Bay, which I think this Greater Bay thing here could be called Foreshore Bay. I have another name for a bay that I don't know if I'll fit in this episode. It's just mostly a matter, I don't want to be loading a bunch of tiles. Right, Lucas Zukunft recommended that I pick a name after Plantation Bay to kind of memorialize the Plantation Bay series, which I think is a great idea, and I think it's a great idea that that neighborhood be in Honestville Central, since we're probably going to spend more time in this tile than any other tile. And the obvious choice, the very obvious choice, is Hotville. So I can't remember who had suggested Hotville in the Plantation Bay series, but it's funny because that person suggested it, and I was always going to name a neighborhood Hotville. This is Rob's Red Hotspot. I was always going to name a neighborhood Hotville, so this neighborhood here, with pretty substantial neighborhood, is going to be called Hotville. Right, let's see here. We have from Mr. Person Guy, Schwartz Regional Hospital. I don't think I'm going to go with Regional Hospital, since this is the kind of central tile. I feel like regional would be more for one of the sort of outlying regions or something like that. But I'm going to go with the Schwartz. We'll call it the General Hospital, because it's sort of the central main guy here. Right. Did that work? Yeah, okay. What have I got here? I'm just looking through my lists. Festa Zombie recommended that I designate one of the cemeteries a pet cemetery. That might be good for another tile, actually, because the cemeteries here have kind of churches associated with them. Do I even have 3 cemeteries here, or just 2? Yeah, I think I just have 2 or 3, but they're right beside churches, so I'll hold on to that one for now. I'm just looking at my list again here. Oh yeah, Connor O'Neill was talking about this wonderful power plant mod here. He was saying that it reminds him of the Battersea power station in, I guess, the London area, which is cool, and he recommended, kind of referencing the channel name, Robertson Redford Power Station. So we're going to go with that. I like it. Robertson Redford Power Station. Awesome. So I think that's it for now. There's one more name I might try and squeeze in later, and I might try and do that cemetery name as well when we get over to the neighboring tile, because I think there's a good cemetery there that would be suitable for that. And yeah, And there are a few others on my list that I haven't gotten to yet. It's just because I don't really have I don't have a good spot to put them, but I have not forgotten them. So this episode we are going to be doing a major industrial port expansion, and I have downloaded a few kind of mod type things to make that more interesting. And so we will be doing that. I think though first we're gonna have to expand the residential. I want to put residential stuff here because I want to see if I can get them to travel to the industrial kind of port sector in the neighboring tile in the North Ward. So let's just start. I'm going to extend a road down here, and we're going to have another one of these big kind of plaza type things down there. I won't make it quite. Well, I probably should make it right now, actually. Yeah, I'm just going to create a hassle for myself if I don't. What do I want here? How do I want to shape this thing to be shaped? It's got to be a big one. Something like this. Is that going to work? I'm not sure. It might need to actually be even bigger than that. I think it does need to be bigger because I don't think this kind of roundabout thing can accept all these connections. Oh, maybe it can. It's going to be a bit of a wild intersection to drive on, but oh yeah. Yeah, I've been playing around with the real highway stuff in the M37 off screen. I've been experimenting and figuring out. It's very time consuming to figure those out, so it's not something I want to do. I don't want to be like figuring out how to use them while while I'm recording. But I've got plans. I've got big plans. We're going to be using both Max's Highway and Real Highway in this. In this Let's Play. Max's Highway because the Real Highway doesn't play nicely with tunnels, and I want to do a highway tunnel somewhere in this city. I'm a big fan of highway tunnels, so there's that. Try and connect everything up here. It looks like we're going to have another little roundabout thing there. I'm going to try and zone all of this residential, and that should create enough demand to kind of keep us going for a while. Right, this one can come over for sure. I probably need this one too. I'm just continuing the street grid as much as possible and using these diagonal roads as major thoroughfares. This kind of star-shaped thing tends to make it easier to kind of provide road access for the most possible people. Looks like we'll have another big square over there. Possibly there as well. Okay, now I have to... Oh, let's try and line these up here. Alright, almost done. I guess this guy can come right over. Some of these roads are going to be converted into you know, avenues, boulevards, what have you. I've been playing around with the network widening mod too, so just stuff to keep in mind, stuff that's going to be upcoming. We're going to be doing a much more mod heavy Let's Play this time. So lots of stuff for you guys to suggest, and also just in general, sort of always learning more about the different mods and possibilities. Can I connect you up here? No. Okay, that's gonna have to be some kind of... Let's make another little smaller square here, maybe. Can I make it work with... No, I can't. It needs to be bigger. It needs to be like this size. Once again. this. There we go. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Let's put our. Do we have any rewards here that I haven't used yet? Oh, we do have the university, and the country club, and the radio station. Where'd be a good spot for a radio station? I kind of like the idea of a radio station sort of here. You know, with the radio waves kind of coming over the bay, or Lady Lake as it's known. Right. We'll make it. I'm thinking of a frequency number here. Nah, it's gonna be AM. RHS AM 1200. Yep. Oh man. Okay. I'm naming that radio station. There are going to be lots of radio stations though, so if you guys want to name a radio station, ideally provide a frequency, and it can be AM or FM. There will be a radio station in every tile, so you feel free. It's probably a bad spot because we might want to build a bridge there at some point, but I'll probably build the bridge here. We need to build a bridge at some point. Definitely need to build a bridge. The university. It's nice to have a university that's reasonably central. Oh, we don't have enough money. Okay, well, we're not building that then. And the country club. The country club I think I'm going to hold off on because it's very big, and I want it to be kind of very much on the edge of town. I might, you know, in some ways I just don't want a country club in the central part of the city, but I think I'll try and squeeze it in. Right. Next step is bus stops as usual. And do we have a bus stop there? Yeah, we do. Okay. I need to put parks in those. And there's one here. There should be. Did I, like, forget to put a bunch of bus stops? There should be one in this square. I'll figure it out after. And then... that one's a bit close. Alright, looking good, looking good. There should be a bus stop here, I think, if there's not already. Okay. We'll see how, oh, did I build them here? Once again, I should have. I don't think I did. It's probably why we're getting so much abandonment here. Okay. Right. I'm just gonna double check and make sure I'm not missing any on the major streets here, because if they don't have access to bus, with my network Addon Mod configurations, it does help, believe it or not. It does help to have the buses, or it will in the long term anyway. We just kind of got to give them that option. Let's fill out those parks, and then also consider how we're going to do parks for these various areas here. I need this one. Got some new stuff in this parks folder from some of the... let's do medium plaza. Let's do a medium plaza here. And a medium garden here. Okay. Right. And now zoning. There won't be too much more zoning in this episode, just this bit. I'm trying to zone the areas that will likely kind of be within range of the industrial area in the next tile over. That's the plan. Probably some of that is actually going to be commercial, but we have a little bit of commercial demand, but we have some undeveloped commercial. Yeah. Do I have enough money for this? Probably not. We'll see. We'll see. Right. I don't know if we've got enough schools in range to check all that stuff as well. Ooh, I didn't do parks. Let's just put some, where's the small park green? Oh, you know what? I can do them after. I'll put them in the mid-block. I'm also wondering whether I should be... Some of this should be zoned the medium density, I think. I'll rezone it afterwards. We got to do that right away, though. To start being a little bit more proactive about medium density, rather than just waiting for the for it to develop from the lower density stuff. But I'll do some upzoning. Okay, now these guys are going in the other dimension. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I'll just put some parks in the central blocks, so I don't have to zone around them. Okay. And now we'll do this bit. I wish you could zone more at once more easily in this. That's one thing. I don't know if you guys are following my new city series, but that's one thing I like is the brush zoning that you can do in that game. Really speeds things up. But you know, this is if anything, this is still a bit more precise. Oh, I see. I've actually fucked up the street grid here. Okay. Well, we'll have some space for parks in there. Not the end of the world. Some of this will get resolved when you know, roads become avenues. It will do some of these little gaps. Will get filled in. Yep. Okay, let's do this one first. Get out of the... Whoa. Okay, for a second there I was worried that that was going to be a crash. I actually I did a little computer upgrade this week. Just got some RAM. I built this gaming PC a while back, about maybe almost 2 years ago at this point, and I don't play a huge number of like modern AAA titles. I play a lot of older games, and there are some games that I play, but I was basically looking at what I wanted to play, and I didn't want to invest like a ton of money. I wanted to design something that was kind of upgradable, and get kind of the minimum of what I needed, and then upgrade it as needed as I hit various bottlenecks. And so at the time when I made this computer, RAM was kind of expensive, and I only got 8 gigs of RAM because I figured out that there was basically nothing I was doing that, oh, we're out of money. There was basically nothing that I was doing that actually required, well, that's fine, we almost got there. Ooh, I don't have enough money for water, so we've got to be a little bit careful there. Yeah, so at that time, RAM, like, it was like, it was going to cost me like $100 or something more to just go from 8 to 16. And so I decided not to, but as a result, I only got one stick put in on a single channel, which I know is not the best way to do things, but it was a good idea because my intention was always to upgrade it. So it actually worked out really well because I just bought 8 gigs of RAM the other day, and it cost me $50 instead of, or $45 or something, I can't remember, instead of 100. So yep, I just doubled my RAM. You know, kind of side news there. Let's let this develop. How is our budget? Fine. Yeah, let's let this develop. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna screw up, isn't it? I should have saved before I unpaused. That was a lot of work. I might just dezone this farm. I've been noticing that the fire trucks seem to have trouble getting to the farms. Let's see if you can swing it. Sometimes they screw up. These farms are just bad news all around. Okay, no, it's working. Really, really irritating. Like, I don't quite see why my farms need to be covered by fire stations like this. I mean, of course there are fires and, you know, forest fires and rural fires and stuff, but I don't find it particularly compelling in this game to have that as a major feature. Let's do the water. We can't yet. Just let the clock run a bit here. I really should have dropped a save there. I'm gonna do that now. I'm not expecting any crashes. This game, I have my plugins folder and my game and everything have become much more stable since I had a few crashes in Plantation Bay. But you know, you're never totally off the hook in terms of random crashes in SimCity 4. So just when I do a lot of zoning like that, I always want to you know, save. One of the other things we need to do this episode is sort out the trash situation, if possible. Some of you guys have been suggesting mods that like make trash disappear, and that to me is sort of the nuclear solution. I'd like to, you know, I'd like to have trash be a problem in the game, you know, and not use mods that simply make the problem go away. But we'll see. You know, this sort of space age trash zapping mods and stuff, they're cool, and they have a function. I just they don't quite fit the look that I'm going for here. Okay. No, they're already asking for an airport, as is wont to happen. What I need to do now is do a little bit of upzoning. I want this upzoned, and I'm going to need to zone some commercial as well. Let's start by doing this though. Just a little bit at a time. Oh, we got the stadium. Oh, I didn't do the parks. Oh, I'm always forgetting the parks. Let's, actually, this can just go straight to medium density. Okay, and we'll upzone this. Oh, casino. Do I want a casino? I guess I can just hold on to it and build it later. It's funny. Yeah, it's not like our budget is poor or anything. I might need to consider maybe extending some schools over here. Although I don't necessarily want the entire city to be super well educated right away. So I think that's fine now for this kind of medium density area. Probably focus on putting some of the commercial. Let's take a look at traffic. Do some commercial zoning. Should probably wait till this develops first. Yeah, there's lots of abandonment, but I suspect that it will get better as we build in neighboring tiles. We'll see. Okay, we got lots of commercial demands. Let's take a look at our traffic view here. We can build some commercial over here for sure. Might be worth going up to medium density commercial. Oh, I gotta remember to do the parks. I'm always forgetting. This should be commercial for sure. Need to build a little square there as well. I'm gonna dezone. Just dezone this. Farm. Make it easier to do a bit of zoning here. This is a neighbor connection, so it definitely needs commercial. And there we go. Okay. That'll bring some jobs closer to these folks as well. Oh, am I looking at buses? Road traffic, that's what I need. Yeah, so this can also be commercial. Really, at this point, I can pretty much almost just zone commercial straight away on the roads. When we get some serious traffic, we'll start going to medium commercial, I think. I think that's the plan here. Let's fix this. There we are. Okay. Also get some commercial in here, for sure. It's gonna help. Oh yeah, look. Look at all this. Okay, this one's already commercial. This one's commercial. But even this little street here, we can just kind of put a little bit of commercial in there. Starting to get a downtown thing going on here. Yeah, this whole area here for sure. In fact, let's just make a big block. That. I can fix these guys. Fuck off. And there we go. Just kind of expand this here. I always like to follow the major streets with commercial, because it creates these kind of main street type situations that I think are kind of cool and sort of realistic in a certain way of looking at things. Rather than making like a big commercial zone. And what I find is that there tends to be an area of the city that gets a lot of traffic, and that kind of becomes your central business district, as it were. But yeah, it's a little bit challenging when we do this diagonal here, but that's always the case. Gotta love diagonals in SimCity 4. Just kind of winging it here. Yeah, this is gonna bring a lot more commercial closer to where people are living and not having trouble finding jobs. Okay. drop a save. Looks like, I think we're having garbage problems, but we're gonna go next door and we're gonna create a big dump next door, I think. I gotta think about where I'm gonna put garbage, because I'm gonna try and ship garbage out of the central city this time, if I can get it to work. The neighbor deals are just so glitchy that you know, I'm almost reluctant to even try, but... Let's sprinkle some parks around here. I need to go totally crazy, but never a bad idea. I like how Hotville's already got towers going on. Are these abandoned? Nope. They just have poor people living in them. That's fine. I don't like the color. I don't like how exaggerated the color of the buildings goes. So that's something I might try and fix with a mod. But I do like how the medium stuff gets, you know, re-inhabited by poor residents. This is still the residential halver mod, so there's, you know, 600 and 700 people in this tower, which is still quite high, quite a little bit unrealistic in my opinion, having that many people living in this tower. I mean, what do we got here, like 25 stories? You gotta figure that's, you know, like, I don't know, 40 people living on each story of this building, which is fairly high. Big families, but, you know, could be true. Could be true. Same thing with this one with 280. You know, we've got 7 people per house. Normally these would be 14, which is insane. Does not make sense. 6 here. See, this makes sense. Family is 6, right? Not usually in most Western cities anyway, you're not usually going to find more than about 6 people living in a house like that. And that's 6 is still high. A lot of houses that size would have 2 or 3 or 4 people living in them. Right. We've got 100,000. We can build our university. Not a bad idea to do that now. I was thinking kind of at a central location here. Maybe in this block here. I'm probably going to build a casino at some point. Can I fit it in there? Yep. Okay. Minor League Stadium. Maybe you can go kind of near the university. That makes sense, like a college team. Just don't want to make too big of a mess here of the street grid. Maybe I'll put it like kind of back here and build that street out to it. To be a little bit careful because we are going to have a rail thing coming in soon. On that note, let's go next door and start working on our industry. Oh, there was a naming suggestion for the university, so I'm going to put that right away. Ernest Garden, the username, recommended that I name it Ernest University, which I quite like. It fits with the Honestville theme, so we'll go with Ernest University. And yeah, there's obviously you know, naming rights for a stadium up, so do suggest something if you you know, that could be the Ernest University team, but maybe the team name? Yep. Anyway, let's head next door. I should continue the street names into next door as well. So we got Kierkegaard connects. Kierkegaard. What's this one? Auguste Comte. A lot of French cities have streets named after him. Yeah, and this one doesn't have a name yet. Okay, I can go with that. Yeah, Kierkegaard and Auguste Comte. And then this one is Kierkegaard. I think that's how you spell that. I might be missing some accents on some of the names. I can do French accents, but I can't do, you know, those little Finnish ones or whatever. Right. It's port time. We have money. Oh, trash time first. Trash and then port. Question is... Oh, we gotta do something. We gotta do something about the trash here. Let's, for the time being, let's just make one over here. But I don't know if this is a good long-term solution otherwise, either. Okay, let's just do that for now, see if it works. I probably will want to be building over there rather than having a big trash heap. Now, in terms of the port, I want the port in the center of the tile because they won't use it if it's not in the center of the tile. So it's going to be here. And I've got some cool stuff in mind for port design. I want to use the, where is it? The city port. I liked that one last time around. This looks like a pretty good spot. Looks like it's all set to go. Because I can use those seawalls. I have the seawalls that go along with this one. So we're going to be doing the seawall thing, which should be fun. City port, city port, city port. There it is. BLS city ports. I'm trying to position it in a way where I'm likely to be able to continue the... I mean, I know I can kind of terraform this in such a way that it will work better, but I think that's going to be okay. It's a little bit low to the ground. Should probably try and lower this one, lower the ground around it, if possible. Just for the roads, connections, and stuff. Let's see if I can make it work. No! Okay. That's fine. Just get rid of this road here. Good old leveling terrain with streets. And I want to do a rail kind of loop that's... Ooh, okay. Okay, this actually follows the terrain, which is... No, it doesn't. That's not true. Ah, fuck. I might have to delete it and do it again. That's not quite right, is it? Oh, is it? Yeah, it's good. Okay, we're good. It's very hard to get things level. I think you can use rail for this as well. Trying to do things a little bit more aesthetically than I did with Plantation Bay. Might be able to get that a little bit better, actually. I can't tell whether it's... It looks level to me. If anything, this one might not be. Oh, yeah. If there's a slight difference in grade there. I'm probably fine with it, but... we might be able to work on it a bit more. Like, this tile can go down as well. I'd like to get a mod for the ridges at some point. If anyone has a good suggestion for that, do let me know. It's not something I've done before. I haven't been big on like aesthetic mods. I've just been slowly accumulating them recently. My playstyle is more of a kind of... I'm more interested in the kind of mechanics of the game, but as I get, you know, really comfortable with lots of mods, it just sort of becomes the more the merrier at a certain point. Right, so we've got a nice flat area down here. And for the ports, might be nice to... trouble is we're a little bit below sea level on some of these tiles here, I think, so we'll see how that works. Might make some... It might create some kind of weirdness, but we will make it work. Alright, just delete all those. Everything's looking good. That road, that is sort of the... Let's get out of the delete thing here. I want the roads kind of connecting here. These ones don't, I believe, connect, but I think as the port grows, they might. Right, and then we'll just have this one sort of connect up here. There we are. That might turn into a boulevard at some point. Okay. It's a bit weird, but I'm fine with that for now. It doesn't have to be perfect. Right, let's see what we can do about this seawall. I'm gonna drop a save because it gets messy real fast. Real fast. Probably have this whole area, this whole waterfront area. Oops, I'm way too zoomed in to show you guys here. Like, I could continue the seawalls all the way over here at some point, and some of this I might do off-screen, but I'd like to do a bit of it on-screen. So this one is, I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's somewhere in my parks, maybe? No. Haven't gotten into the canals yet either, but I don't know. The canals is like a whole can of worms I haven't really gotten too much into yet. But I'm sure at some point, where is it? Where are the seawalls? Down here, maybe? Yeah. Right, it's the JRJ seawalls. Right. Under bridge, seawall. This is the basic 1.1, 1x1 stretch thing. God. That'll probably go here. I'm not going to be a super perfectionist about this, so I'm actually not sure. How do I get this to line up properly? Do I have to... Oh, that's kind of frustrating. Probably need to just redo what I just did. That's probably what it is. Probably what I need to do is... no, delete this. And like that. Yeah. Oh, weird. Is that a fence? I think that might be a fence. No, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll see. Hard to tell, eh? Looks like it almost looks like part of this is like not the same level as another part of it or something, but we'll see. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether that's going to do it. Probably needed to just level the terrain before, but it's a never-ending challenge, this thing. Well, that looks better. Okay, and then we can just kind of... We're going to need to do some kind of diagonal thing here, right? It's quite a low seawall. I don't know if the seawalls can do like an on-slope climbing type thing. I need some kind of corner piece. I'm going to do a bit of this now, and I will... Inner corners. That could be it. Yeah. That worked pretty well. I wonder whether that will actually work. So, can we have it go around there? There's another... I know there's another corner piece that's a bit smaller. Outer corner. That would probably have been better. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not going to do a huge amount of this, just so you guys know. This side to water. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's that one. You just gotta, it's just trial and error with these things. Diagonal. That's kind of closer to what we need, but not quite. Oh, orthogonal inner left. Oh, that's also kind of promising. Let's just figure out what these are. I did play around with this a bit, but you know, there are limits to what I can memorize. Aha! That looks good to me. Yeah, and I can probably just lower the terrain a bit here to make it look better. Oof. I have to delete that. Oh, cool. I should probably lower it all along. Just very carefully so that I don't... Dredging. I'm dredging, guys. All major ports are dredged. I'm very careful. I shouldn't delete anything. See, that looks cool. A bit weird to have that pit there, but... Oh, they're really... Oh, fuck! See, I got a little over-enthusiastic, and that's what happens. That's what happens, guys. Oh, dear. I'm going to see if I can fix it quickly, and if I can't, I'm going to edit this episode, which is something I normally avoid doing, in the sense that I'm going to do a bunch of... This is not the right port. I'm going to do a bunch of work off screen. Whoa. Yeah, okay, alright. That looks like I can fix it. Okay. Whew. Okay. That looks good. All right, just to be really careful not to dredge too far. Let's drop a save here. I think that's fixed it. Is it all lined up with the road and everything? Yeah. Okay, that worked. Just gotta be careful not to do that again. That was you can really lose a lot of work quickly. It's very hard to do the terrain. Let's just kind of get rid of some of that mess there. I'm going to use the leveling one, be a little bit less risky. Oh, I love it. I love the look of that. I mean, it's kind of uneven, but even so. Yeah, I just love it. It's great. I gotta save a lot while I'm doing this. Looks like it's gonna be a long episode, but I'm in the zone, guys. What can I say? What are these holes? Ah, no, not again. Okay. Yeah. I think I can just load. It is not easy. I'm going to stop fiddling around with that particular feature. I'll do the rest of that off screen. But there we go. Let's load it up again. Let's get our port back here. I'll continue the seawalls a bit, but I'm not going to do any more of that terrain leveling because it's something I should be doing. It's something I should be doing off screen. I don't want to save load a bunch while you guys are watching. It's just going to be. We're not going to be able to get as much done in this episode if I keep doing that. Let's see here. That, by the way, a lot of you have made some really cool suggestions in terms of mods. There is just always the aspect for me where, because I'm doing this, because I'm doing this, I'm recording what I'm doing here. It makes me reluctant to do things that are very challenging. On the one hand, I will at some point probably be considering doing some kind of streaming thing. No, I want this guy. Actually, where's the 3-tile one? That didn't quite work out. Let's see if I can lower the terrain a bit. That looks better. Okay. And probably actually what I should do is grab a 1-tile guy. Yeah, so there are things that I avoid doing because they're challenging, because I just don't want you guys to be watching me fighting with something forever. Is that the access one I just picked? Yeah, that one. Okay. And we need a diagonal dude here. Inner corner. I like these inner corner things, but they're not what we're looking for here. No. Outer corner. Nope. Nope. Almost, though. Wait a second. Diagonal center. That sort of works. Yeah, and I can just play with the, I can play with the terrain again and kind of get it down to the level here. This way? Nope. That won't work. Looks pretty good. That one looks like it's a little bit off of the level. Yeah, let's see if we can fix that. And I might just stop doing this for now because it'll get tedious, but... Diagonal center, that's what it was called. Yep. Much better. Need something that can go there. Diagonal left. Oh yeah. Is this one of those inside corner ones? Yeah, kind of. That will work. Okay, that is once again on the wrong level. But I can fix that. Just get rid of this road for now. Get it out of the way. And I would like to do that. That was a really neat one there. Let's try and level this. Okay. And that one we wanted was inner corner, I think. Yep. Yeah, with any of these things, you just sort of get to know them and... Oh. No. How did I do this? Was it outer corner? This was looking good before. It's gotta be this one. Oh, it was there, that's why. And that's made that much worse. I think we're gonna do something else. More diagonal ones or whatever. I'm gonna make some little adjustments to that later. See if I can actually do the terrain here. Just a bit, and then I'm gonna stop doing this because you guys get the idea. I maybe off screen I'll spend a long time just working my way around the coast here and kind of expanding this whole system. But like I said, I don't want to spend too much time right at the moment doing it. Can I fix that? I need a straight guy. What am I doing in down here? Yeah, and that's now water. Okay, well that's created a problem. Can't believe that didn't destroy everything. One by one. Thank you. It's a bit of a mess, but I will work on it. I will work on it. Very cool, though. Very cool. I have more industrial stuff that we can play around with in terms of all this. Let's just connect up this road to make it functional. And maybe not like that. Fuck's sake. There we go. I know that's not pretty, but, you know, fix it eventually. Yeah, I do have more industrial road type stuff I can do. I was hoping that we would get to the railroad, though, this episode. Like I said, I'll definitely continue this along the coast here at some point. Well, probably off screen. But I wanted to give you guys a sense, you know, I want to do probably this whole little bay area, maybe out to here, and all the way over here, maybe. And then this kind of residential area here can be more wild, less of a seawall type situation. Right. So, I want to run a rail loop. Around the edge of the city. To think about where the connection's gonna go. So for the time being, alright, we've got all this new rail stuff. Really cool. This is the new network Addon Mod 37 stuff, which is partly why I want to get into this right away. They've got draggable viaduct rail, I think, don't they? Yeah, draggable elevated rail, really cool. We're not going to do that right now, though. I think this is going to be level rail. It's industrial rail. We'll do something to get it over this road. Let's maybe start by placing a freight station. I think I only have the vanilla freight station installed right now, so if anyone has a cool freight station mod idea, you can always put it in the comments. Oh yeah, we've got a bunch of filler lots here too. I've never used these. Railside car parking, railside goods platforms. What do those look like? Do they work with the... Oh yeah. Cool. I don't know if these are transit enabled. But I can't remember workers' huts. Hilarious. Can't remember. It'd be nice to actually create a rail yard, if a freight rail yard. God, Jesus. Railside stock platform. Yeah, we could almost create a rail yard with some of the stuff I have set up here. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're gonna do that for now. I might just do a simple freight station, and for the time being. And I will think about. It'd be cool to have like a big low rail yard right by the port here, or maybe back here even. That's where it would make sense, actually. What would make sense would be to have a little freight station here. Maybe on this way. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. It's gonna have to climb this hill regardless. Actually, we could do one of these. Oh, this, I got a cool idea. Hope I can make this work. Okay. I think this should work. What I want is a rail tunnel, like a slow climbing tunnel that... Okay. Oh, this is double track rail. Can you please make a tunnel? Oh, why is it not making a tunnel? Maybe I can force it by putting something up there. Oh, weird. I'm not always the best at making tunnels in this. Can I? I've got lots of money, okay. I just want to place, like, something to block it. No, that doesn't work. I'm kind of curious as to why it won't make a tunnel, considering how steep that is. Can I make it steeper? Well, if I build the freight train station like here, of course it's supposed to be, yeah, okay, I want to make this a little bit wider. Fuck just happened? No, 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 no. That's not what we want. There we go. Ah. Thank you. It might not be strictly necessary to have the okay, what I wanted to do was have one of these roads come out. They don't actually connect, but we'll do that. I might be able to raise the terrain just a bit here to kind of really force it to do a tunnel. Okay. Let's drop a save here. And I'm going to try and raise the terrain here. I'm going to try and raise the terrain here and create kind of a cliff to force it to make a tunnel. So... get maybe this level. I know I can also use the hole diggers to do this, but it takes longer. That should force a tunnel. Can't see how I can get rail up there without a tunnel. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me! Actually, I don't mind that kind of trench look either. I would have liked to have this be a tunnel, but I think I actually like that kind of steep trench look. I have some filler tiles. Oh yeah, look how flat it is too. This is the new, by the way, with the network Addon Mod 37, the rail mod has like a slope mod built into it. The rail has a slope mod built into it. Vanilla rail is no longer supported, basically, which is cool. This is a much nicer looking rail, and it works very similarly to the vanilla rail. So it's, you know, it's still Okay, what I want to do, actually, I think this is what we're going to do here. We're going to keep this road level. I'm going to do this, and then I think this episode is going to have to end. As much as I'm really enjoying this, what we need to do here is create... I'm going to use a hole digger now. Where's the hole digger lot? There we go. I want to go down. Razor piece. Rotate for digger piece. It's been a while since I did this. 15 meters. That seems a little bit too steep. I'm going to do 7.5 meters. Yeah, essentially I see this as like a little spur that goes towards the port, and I would imagine that the main bit of like the main rail yard would actually kind of be here, kind of away from the water. Anyway, we'll see how ambitious I get with the idea of creating a rail yard. If I do, it will essentially just be a bunch of filler pieces. It won't actually be a functional rail yard. I know there's ways to do it. I just, it would probably take a whole episode just to do that. And I probably would maybe screw it up. So let's see here. Can we get the 7.5 meter digger piece? Thank you. Little rail trench here. That's cool. Love it. And I can use one of the on-slope pieces. Oops. Right. Now what I need to do is it's been a while since I did this, so bear with me here, guys, but I need to do the overpass thing here with the underpass. New. We want the overpass. One-way road overpasses, but I want the on-slope one. Elevated road viaduct. It's in here, isn't it? Road over road. Road over rail. That one goes here. I want to do the on-slope thing first. Aha! T-road on slope. Is that what we want? This is what we want. Straight road on slope. Okay. And now we want the road over rail puzzle piece. You know what? Bad idea. I need to have this emerge out there first. Now we'll do that. No, I've lost it again. 17 meter elevated rail, road, blank terrain, road corner, one-way road, road over road, road over, road over rail. There we go. Okay. Very cool. I'm just going to connect up this rail to the central city. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. Can I angle you here? Yeah, and I'll just delete that guy. Probably don't need that for now anyway. Oof. Is that going to fuck everything up? Do I want to use one of the corner pieces, maybe? It does work pretty well. The sort of draggable patterns and stuff, but not here, apparently. I might need to use a corner puzzle piece or something. Yeah, it's not liking that at all. So let's just... And I may reconfigure the rail port access at some point, but I think this is a pretty good start, pretty cool idea. Flex curves, maybe that'll do it. This curve can be overridden. Do I want that? I can't tell what this actually does, but looks good. Okay, will that connect up? Yes! And here. That's probably going to create a bit of a mess to navigate around. Do we need another curve now, or can we just drag? I want to drag straight. Do I want to have it come out all the way out here? Yeah, I think so. I think that's what we'll do. I'm not sure where the connection's actually going to be. I'm going to put it here for now. And I'm not going to bother with like overpasses and shit here, because that needs to be worked on. Whatever's going to happen here, it might be a rail trench, it might be a, you know, something's going to happen there, basically. Might be nice to use another curve, basically. It's a bit weird to go up in the hills here, but that's not the end of the world. I don't know if it's necessary to use a curve, but we'll see. I might want to. Oops. One more tile. Yep, it's going to be necessary. Yeah, I don't think it works at all if you don't use the curves, but I'm not sure. It may very well. I know there's some kind of draggable stuff that happens in this, and, you know, it's, whoa, very hard to see. Very, very hard to see these guys. Okay, let's just back you up there for a second. Flex curves. Really cannot see what's going on here. That's kind of almost where we need it. I think it needs to go back one tile here. There's also fractional angle curves, which I'm going to kind of avoid using at the moment. Okay, I can't see what I'm doing here. I hope that lines up, I really do. Track rail looks good, looks good. Ah, what the f— oh, there we go. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. As it raises up here on the hill, maybe the roads will go under it, like, you know, just kind of keep it a little bit more natural. See, it kind of goes up a bit and then down a bit again here. It would be nice to level that out, but I'm not going to bother for now. I think it looks pretty good. See, it looks much, much, much smoother. There's like a lot of automatic smoothing of various kinds in the new network add-on mod 37. It just looks much, much, much smoother than any vanilla thing that we would have gotten. So yeah, it could be really cool to do some kind of rail yards, maybe in this kind of area back here. I'm assuming there'll be spurs from this. That's like something's probably going to go up off this way too. So for now, I'm not going to bother. We're just going to create a very simple loop around the kind of outside of town. We're going to zone some industry as well next episode, but this whole process here took a little bit longer, and I'll keep expanding this outward as we go along and coming up with more ideas. I'm going to drop a save here. I also have some really nifty, going to be more overpasses here, I think. I also have some really nifty new park tiles here. Where did they go? Oh, you know what? I think it might be in landmarks. These are the industrial filler tiles. And then, what do we got here? Ah, the walls, the walls, the walls, walls, walls. Where are the highway walls? Oh, it's these guys. Yeah, I don't... Ooh, these are sound barriers. No, these are sound barriers. We don't want those. But I want to look for... I have somewhere in here, like, highway trench walls. I spent a little bit of time looking, and then I'm going to end this episode because it gets too long at a certain point. But I have somewhere in here, I just need to find the name of them, and I might need to do it next episode. But I do have, well, upper diagonal. What I need is something that... I think this is what we need. Oh yeah. So that's the rural one. there's a residential one too. Residential wall. It says residential, but this could easily be industrial as far as I'm concerned. But look at that, guys. This one also has a row of trees, which is cool for along a railroad track. So I'll build this wall for now. But yeah, we've got... Okay, I'm not sure. And I'll, you know, obviously I'll be putting gaps in this. There are a few little puzzle pieces that for bridges and stuff. Oh, I did it backwards. Oops. It's behaving very well. Does that go up this way? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want the trees on top. We could even put like walls here as well. Tree like this. That's... Now I don't know what goes there, but there's something we can put there. But just look how cool this is, man. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, something goes in that corner there. Where did I find these guys? Here we go. Residential wall diagonal. No. I don't think so anyway. Oh, I see what that would do. Okay, maybe it's diagonal superior? Oh yeah. That's it. Awesome. Nope. That's funny. Just gotta rotate them a bit. So not arrow pointing that way. No. I think it goes that way maybe. Does that look right? No, something looks fucked up there. Indeed not. I think it goes down. I'm just not sure. I'm gonna probably just do this lower diagonal. I'm not sure. Probably gonna stop fiddling around with this now. We didn't actually develop the city very much this episode, but I think that works. Hard to tell. Yep. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's gonna look awesome. That's gonna look awesome. There's a bridge one I wanted to find here too. Upper diagonal. Diagonal superior. Oh, there's totally a bridge guy in here somewhere. There's something for like decorating these sort of bridge type things. Inferior, superior. Rural wall, residential wall 1 times. Well, we can just do this, I think. Not that. No, there's gotta be. I know there's a bridge dude here. Oh, they do have an air purification effect, which is kind of silly, but no, that's the wrong one. I'm not a huge fan of the ones that clean up pollution, because I like my pollution. Not in real life, just in this game. I wonder if I'm missing something here. Does it have multiple? No. Sweet! Yeah, so this is kind of give you guys a feeling, you know, a sense of what's to come in this region, and the kind of approach I'm going to be using. For this city and the sort of level of visual detail. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. We've got a port, we've got a rail that connects up to the main city, built a really cool bridge here. We did some seawall work, which I'll continue to do off screen. Probably just tidy up this little wall section here, but I really like the look of that. Probably going to be putting another bridge somewhere across here at some point. Probably focus on developing some industry next episode. Hopefully we'll get some demand for some industry. I might have to D-zone industry in the next tile over, but that's the plan, is to get this port really big and kind of have a rail thing coming into it and turn this into a bit of an industrial area. So I hope you're enjoying this series. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and as always, submit your suggestions for names, and I will put them in the city when I get the chance. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao.